So I am in really one of my favorite gardens. We're actually here in Lincoln City, and it is the Connie Hansen garden, is it not?
That's right.
And I'm here with Priscilla, who is the head gardener. I have to say that this is one of those wonderful gems that really is quite hidden from most people, and yet once you discover it, you fall in love with it.
Absolutely.
So tell me about who was Connie Hansen and how did this garden start you to become this way?
Well, Connie was a botanist, and she spent most of her life in California and raised her family. And when she became widowed and retired, she decided she wanted to buy some land back in Oregon. She'd been here as a child. She loved the kind of plants that grew in Oregon, as opposed to the sort of hot weather stuff that you get in California. So she left her garden in California and she came here looking for land, and found this piece of property, and it was ideal to grow the two things that she particularly loved, plus a host of other things. And those two things were beardless iris and primula. And on the first page of her journals, she used to keep lists in her journals, and we've all taken a look at them. The first thing she said was, planted seed, iris seed, 1-3-74. And it lists 33 different types of iris. Very obscure, some of them. Some we have no idea what they were. And some which are still left in the garden today.
And we're standing by one of the
we
Japanese
are standing
iris
next to one of our great loves, the Japanese iris bed.
And clearly you can see when they're in bloom like this why they were her love.
They're
stunning.
magnificent. They really are.
Tell me then about, like, how does this actually function? How does it stay in place? Are there loans that you get? Do people throw money at you?
Well, we try and catch money whenever we can. Well, what actually happened was that Connie gardened here for 20 years, and then she passed away. She was in her retirement years as she gardened and built the place. And it kind of fell into rack and ruin for a little while, but she had left the land to Virginia Warren, who was a friend of hers, and Virginia protected the garden from developers and held it. And a neighborhood group was able to form to protect it. And eventually, with some help from Virginia, who sold them the land for a very good price, and with monies that they were able to raise, they were able to buy the land and turn it into a conservancy. So now we have today the Connie Hansen Garden Conservancy.
And so I'm assuming, as with many wonderful gardens, there's a lot of people that volunteer here as well to keep all this up, because you have trees here shrubs that are tree size that take my breath away. But I noticed that so many of the specimen of trees that you have are beautifully pruned. That doesn't happen without people working.
Yeah, we have a very good volunteer group, and we're now in our 21st year as a conservancy. So we have a pretty good established volunteer group.
And recently you've even expanded through some assistance and help with more land, right?
We have. We acquired an extra quarter of an acre, close to a quarter of an acre. It's really just a good-sized city lot. We acquired that about 8 or 10 years ago. It was donated to us by a benefactor, and we were able to develop it with a grant from the Stanley Smith Trust, and with volunteer help to design the plan and to hire professionals to actually build it. And then, of course, the volunteers came in and
I have to
kept
say,
it going
has
ever since.
One of the most beautiful beds of heathers and heaths that I have ever. It's stunning. It looks wonderful.
It's fantastic, and that was all done by a local volunteer who grows his own heathers. He built the berm, planted the plants, and did everything from ground zero, and here it is today.
So how can viewers help?
So people can help by joining. We currently have a membership drive going.
Nice.
It's our 21st year, and we're finally actively seeking new members. For $25 is the opening donation, opening membership. You can become a member of the Conservancy, and we have a little incentive package this year. The Oregon Garden Resort is donating to us an overnight stay at the resort with breakfast and admission to the Oregon Garden. And the drawing is going to be on July 18th at our orphan plant sale.
So you have a plant sale as well then?
Well, we have 3 plant sales a year, and those are major fundraisers for us. But if you get your donation in, or a $25 minimum donation, or purchase a membership by then, you will enter into the drawing for that particular
wonderful.
stay. Yeah.
All
So
of this information will be on your website as well?
everything's on the website.
Wonderful.
Yeah. ConnieHansenGarden.com.
Well, there you have it. So for more information, you can go to gardentime.tv. We'll click you over to this website. Come down, take a trip to the coast, which we all love to do anyway, and visit this amazing garden. Become a member, buy a plant, do whatever you can to help them, because it really is a great project. Thank you so much, Priscilla.
Thank you very much.